Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most identifiable sounds in film history.
Sorry.
Number 20, Thumper Dune franchise. On the planet Arrakis, giant worms lurk beneath the sand. The local population, known as the Fremen, use these devices to call the creatures to a particular location. The rhythmic thumping works to ratchet up the tension masterfully. It's so subtle, and yet we know that anytime we hear it, something big is coming and it's unstoppable. It's classic cinematic juxtaposition at its finest. In a sci-fi movie filled with ingenious technology, it's becoming that such a simple, sleek object is what allows the native people to rule the desert. Number 19, tripods. War of the Worlds. When humans discovered that massive alien tripods were taking over, they encountered some never-before-seen technology that threatens all life on Earth. This includes the booming sound that radiates from the terrorizing beings. It's an earth-shattering one that strikes fear into ordinary citizens, turning people into dust. These extraterrestrials prove to be a formidable force against Earthlings. In the first dramatic reveal, their warning call is just one of many terrifying elements that shock the main heroes. It's possible that you could walk away from this movie forever scarred by the sound. Even in the final attack, it's still as effective as ever. Number 18, Claws, X-Men franchise. As a major standout of the superhero series, Wolverine needs to unleash his trademark claws from time to time. It's the super satisfying unsheathing of metal, sometimes with the added breaking of leathery flesh. Logan makes the most of his superpower with these incredible attachments. We like to describe the sound as the slicing of chef's knives on steroids. The claws also have their fair share of memorable run-ins with enemies, which they easily rip through. You certainly wouldn't want to come up against adamantium, no matter what defenses you had. Number 17, Happy's Drive, Happy Gilmore. Here's a sound that adds a comical level of enchantment. Obviously, Happy Gilmore is an incredibly skilled golfer, but the blast-off effect following his swing and hit makes his ability seem supernatural. His drive may as well be comparable to a missile launcher. It's a fantastic way to signify Happy's sheer power, practically breaking the sound barrier.
So long, sucker.
The fact that it's the same noise each time makes it even better, and we especially love when we get to see the golf ball's POV as it soars through the air and away from the player. We'll have to channel him next time we're at the tee box. Number 16, the Golden Snitch, Harry Potter franchise. The snitch is built up to be the most important element of any Quidditch game, since catching it always ends the game and almost always secures a win. As it's meant to be quick and nimble, the whir of the snitch's rapidly beating wings was vital to bring it to life on the big screen.
The bludgers are up, followed by the Golden Snitch.
We also get a high-pitched zipping sound as the small golden sphere darts this way and that, always trying to be out of reach of each team's seeker. Our only complaint is that we didn't get to see more of the ball in action.
He's got the snitch! Harry Potter receives 150 points for catching the snitch.
Number 15, Cyberscreen, The Matrix. After Neo takes the red pill and learns the truth about life, the protagonist has to be truly unplugged from the Matrix. This process involves a frightening surprise and unmistakable noise. It's a primal scream complemented by cyber connection. The filmmakers find a way to blend the sounds, digital and organic, into one dynamic and distinct effect.
Welcome to the real world.
Along with the compelling visuals, this sonic experience captures the main character's first break from the shackles of this fake world. It's only fair that the sound used here attempts to capture that horrific and important turning point in Neo's life.
Easy, Neo. Easy.
Number 14, Webshot, Spider-Man franchise. Every Spider-Man film comes with its own take on this sound. Sam Raimi's version sets the tone for the series, giving the web-slinger hero an important detail. Peter Parker's power rests on the sound designer's ability to create the stretching and launching noises. It's something viewers might take for granted considering how much the hero uses the webs. Through every incarnation, the improved technology only makes this seem even more authentic. The filmmakers' continued dedication to this essential detail can't be overstated. It's an amazing achievement, helping the viewers believe that someone is really swinging around the city. Number 13, Proton Packs, Ghostbusters franchise. While hunting ghosts, the titular squad needs one key piece of equipment to do their jobs. The Proton Packs power on before every session, indicating that they're ready for use and, honestly, just making the team look really badass.
Let's get ready. Switch me on.
It's a cool, futuristic-sounding trill that connotes a large amount of energy stored in the pack. Well, we're not about to dissect the machinery of something that can lasso ghosts.
Heat 'em up. Do. Ray. Be gone.
The buzz accompanying the powering on does make us wonder how it all works. Petition to have our phones make this cool a sound when they turn on.
Guys, you all have your sidearms. I suggest you use them.
Okay, power up!
Number 12, Nazgul Cry, the Lord of the Rings franchise. They're known by many names, but the Nazgul make one iconic shriek. Their cries announce their arrival during many climactic moments of the Lord of the Rings series. In a franchise full of formidable foes, the race and their screams might be the scariest. It only adds to their threatening presence that you can often hear them before you see them. It's been reported that their cry was actually created by Foley artists rubbing two plastic cups together. Several effects were overlaid on top of that bass, and now we have an iconic monster screech that forever haunts our nightmares. Number 11, Snapping, Westside Story. How something as easy as snapping manages to appear so menacing, we'll never know. This calling card signifies when the gang members are on the prowl. Rather than using dialogue, the film employs rhythmic snapping, along with the dynamic music from Leonard Bernstein, to show communication between the members and communicate with the audience. This small action is enough to let the musical roots shine through. Paired with the impressive choreography, these sounds help to set the mood for a legendary confrontation in West Side Story, but it's all the in-sync snapping that had become synonymous with the iconic musical.
Come on.
Number 10, two notes, F and F sharp, Jaws. For a movie as thrilling as this, Steven Spielberg needed exactly the right score to help set the mood. John Williams more than provides with two scary notes. The composer builds the score around this motif, giving every shark attack a terrifying resonance. It's also one of the few musical cues that you don't just immediately recognize, but that also effectively conjures up the threatening mental image of deep-sea predators. The iconic F and F sharp guarantees that you'll never see, or rather hear, the ocean the same way again. Number 9. Clicking. Predator franchise. From Central American rainforest to 18th century America, the Predator franchise has thoroughly explored what it would be like to encounter the titular creature. The various adventures also include the memorable clicking noise, it's a foreboding rattle that echoes in the distance, giving anyone nearby a dire warning. According to Peter Cullen, the man responsible for the Predator's clicking, he was remembering an upside-down horseshoe crab at low tide when he first made the noise in a mic for the movie's crew. While the inspiration is decidedly less freaky, it does little to detract from the chilling creature we now associate it with. Number 8. Bullwhip Crack. Indiana Jones franchise. The most famous archaeologist in film history doesn't go anywhere without this unlikely weapon. His trusty whip stuns enemies and even helps him swing across platforms. But what we're interested in today is the loud cracking sound it makes. Other cinematic heroes might wield the same device, but few have made it part of their persona quite like Indiana Jones. The satisfying snap enhances his many action scenes that move at a breakneck pace, and manage to give audiences a jolt of nostalgia regardless of when or where they're hearing it.
Drop the guns!
Number 7. Oh! Toy Story. When Buzz Lightyear mistakes a claw machine for a spaceship and crawls in, the alien toys up for grabs become enamored with him. It's completely adorable and also super hilarious thanks to their reactions.
Greetings!
Their voices alone are memorable enough, but when they start speaking and oohing in sync, we're total goners.
Who's in charge here?
We could have watched a whole movie with Buzz and Woody trapped in the claw machine with them, just to hear more of their commentary, but we'll have to settle for their appearances in the subsequent films. It certainly speaks to how beloved they are that, despite being far from main characters, we associate them so heavily with the Toy Story franchise.
He has been chosen.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop again, zealots!
Number 6. Whistle Cue. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Throughout this adventure, the title character truly keeps you guessing. This includes his use of a flute to summon his Oompa Loompas. It's such a distinct and chaotic series of notes that any fan of the film will surely remember. Adding to Willy Wonka's personality, the sound effect enhances his whimsical energy well. When you think about it, how else would a chocolatier get the attention of his musical employees?
Help! Help!
We gotta let the air out of her quick!
The first time it happens in the Chocolate Factory tour, you're only just beginning to understand how important music will be going forward. It's a fun and surprising detail in a movie full of wonderfully strange elements.
Here it comes!
Number 5. The FiveTone Sequence. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In the film world, there might not be a more famous sequence of 5 notes. Composer John Williams finds a way to bridge the gap between humanity and otherworldly life through music. It's a profound and simple sound that produces all the wonder of Steven Spielberg's finest work.
Down a major third. Now drop an octave.
With an inviting spirit, these tones have become synonymous with the science fiction genre. Williams knows how to get the maximum amount of emotion from the fewest amount of notes, and there's a sense of hope in the sounds that scores one of the more peaceful and iconic alien sightings. Number 4. Violin Strings. Psycho. Bernard Herrmann is the secret weapon in many Alfred Hitchcock films. For Psycho in particular, the composer creates a tense score to haunt your dreams. The string section really comes alive in the movie's most famous scene. With each stroke of the violin, the sensations we feel watching Marion Crane being stabbed heighten. Hitchcock's legendary effort wouldn't have the same effect without this key element. It's almost as if the instruments personify the knife itself, following each of its motions. In a long list of scores for thrillers and horror films, this has arguably never been matched. Number 3, the T-Rex's roar, Jurassic Park. When you think of Jurassic Park, you probably think of the dinosaurs. The incredible CGI is still impressive to this day. However, it wouldn't be complete without the extraordinary sounds that come out of each creature.
They're singing.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex might have the most intense and memorable roars of them all. This noise accompanies at least a few iconic sequences, just edging out the fearsome raptors. You can almost believe that a T-Rex is in the room with you. As a true technical achievement, this movie is full of so many intricate elements that bring the dinosaurs back to life. Number 2, Tarzan Yell. Tarzan franchise. While he'd been on film in the silent era, Edgar Rice Burroughs' character became a cinematic icon in the 1930s. Tarzan the Ape Man was the first to feature this legendary call.
Right, two.
The yell is like something out of another universe, but it's supposed to be coming out of Johnny Weissmuller's mouth. Its origins might be debatable, but it is undeniably one of the most famous sounds in Hollywood history. This helps to sell the hero's incredible strength, primal instincts, and extraordinary lung capacity. It's also become so beloved that it pops up in other films and television every once in a while.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, the lightsaber. Star Wars franchise. With the buzzing of this Jedi weapon, the Star Wars franchise really roars to life. The vibrating effect might just be one of the most imitated in all of the series. The lightsaber is nothing short of legendary, which is saying something considering all of the other imaginative sounds such as Chewbacca's growl and Darth Vader's breathing. From Luke's training in A New Hope to the climactic battle of Phantom Menace, these fantastic noises enhance every nail-biting battle. It's hard to imagine a more iconic sci-fi sound for a truly one-of-a-kind apparatus. Did we forget another sound that helps you identify a film as soon as you hear it? Let us know in the comments below.
I am Frau Blücher.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.